Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain you how you can write a function to insert a node at the end of the singly linked list. So whenever we want to insert a new node, then first step should be to create a new node. So suppose if I create a new node and this address of this new node, let it be 900. After creating a new node, our second step is to enter the data. So let me enter 50. Then after this, we need to insert this node, and the insertion it should be over here. And since our node is going to be the last node, so it means that over here we should have a null, right? And to make this connection from 400 to 900, we need to put 900 over here, right? In place of this null, we need to put 900. So if we are able to put this 900 over here, then our linked list, this node, will be connected at the end of the original linked list. Now the question is, how we will be able to know the location of the last node in the original linked list? So to get this address, to come to the address or to come to the last node, what we can do, we can start with declaring a pointer to the structure, and I initialize it with head. Means now PTR carries the value 200. Now if I check this condition, if PTR next not equals to null, then I am going to update the value of PTR. So PTR next, right? So with this code, what this code is going to do? This code is going to keep on updating the value of PTR unless and until this condition remains true. And as soon as it becomes false, means as soon as the value of PTR next it becomes null, it means it will come out of this location. So if I draw a table, with the help of table, if I try to explain you this, then we update the value of PTR over here. We get the value of PTR over here as head, means the first value of PTR is 200. Then we come to this condition, PTR next not equals to null. So let me put PTR next over here in the table. So PTR next, PTR is 200, so 200 next is our 300, right? And since it is not equals to null, this 300 is not equals to null, so condition is true. So we are going to update the value of PTR. PTR equals to PTR next. PTR next is 300, so updated value of PTR, it will be 300. Now with this 300, we will again go back to the while loop condition, and again we are going to check this. So this time PTR next, PTR is 300, so 300 next is 400, and again 400 is not null, so condition is true. We will come inside the while loop and we are going to update the value of PTR. And now you can see that PTR is equals to PTR next is 400, so updated value of PTR, it will be 400, right? Now after this, again we will come to the while condition, and since at 400 next we have null. Okay, this X, it means null. It is we used to write X just for the representation purpose. Otherwise we can put null also over there. So at 400 next we have null. So we have null. And now you can see that this condition, it becomes false because PTR next it is null. So null not equals to null, condition is false. So since it is false, so we will come out of this while loop. And now you can see that the value of PTR, it is 400, and it is nothing but the address of the last node. So it means with the help of this while loop, we are able to come to the last node. And once we come to the last node, then we can update the value of this next pointer of the last node with the new node. So we can put ptr next equals to new node, right? So by writing this ptr next is this location, so it is equals to new node is 900, so this 900 will be placed over here. So and as soon as we put 900 over here, it means that now this is no longer a last node, because the next pointer of this node, it carries the address 900. So after this it will come to this new node, and since in the new node this next pointer is null, so now it is going to be the last node. Okay, so let me show you how we can write a C program for this. So over here, first of all, I create this structure, and in the structure there are two data types. First is integer data, means over here I am going to store the data in the node, and this is for the next pointer, in which we are going to store the address of the next node. Then since already I discussed this two in the previous video, so in this video we are at this insert end. So I declared the function as this. Now you can see that I have over here we have passed the input as head, so we have passed the value of head into the function, and the return type is also the pointer of data type this node, right? Now what is the need of this? Because like as we just saw over here, we just checked over here that in this particular case we have not updated the value of head. Then what is the need to return the value of head? Because we have not updated the value of head, so there is no requirement. But now consider a case in which our head is null, means consider a case in which our linked list is empty. And if our linked list is empty, and if we are running a program to insert a node at the end, then it means that at the end for this particular type, our node which we are going to create, let the value be 12, so this node will be inserted, and it is also going to be the first node. So this node, it is the first as well as the end node, and since it is going to be the first node, so we need to update the value of null. So for this particular situation, we need to return the value of head. Okay, so if we updated the value of head, then we will return. If we are not updating the value, then also we are going to return the value, and hence we can write the function declaration as this. Means we are going to pass the value of the head to the function. This is the name of the function, and this is for the return data type, in which we are going to return the updated value of the head. In most of the cases, our head is not going to update, so whatever is the original value of the head, that we are going to return. But if we have this type of a case, then in this type of a case our head will be updated, so updated value of the head will be received by the main program, right? So it is the reason that I put node star over there. Now coming to the function definition of it, this is function definition. So over here you can see that first I create this pointer ptr, right? And then I ask the user to enter the number to insert at the end. So whatever number that user has entered, I scan it in n, variable n. Then I create a new node. So first I declare this new node pointer, and then with the help of the malloc function, I ask the compiler to reserve the memory for this new node, and the starting address of this reserved memory will be returned to this new node. Means after the execution of this particular line, new node will carry the address of the new memory that is allocated. Now after the allocation of the memory, we update the value of the data, then we update the value of the next as null, because our new node, it is going to be the last node, so directly we can put null over here. Now we need to check if our new node, if it is going to be the first node of the linked list or not. So if it is going to be the first node, so to check that, simply we can check this. If head is null, it means that our linked list is empty. So if linked list is empty, then we need to update the value of head. Okay, else if head is not null, then it means that already we have some nodes in the linked list. And if already we have nodes in the linked list, so it means that we need to come to the last nodes. To come to the last node, what we can do? First we initialize the value of ptr as a head. Then using this loop, we will come to the last node. Means ptr is going to, after the end of this while loop, ptr is going to carry the address of the last node. Then we update the value of ptr next as the new node. So with this, new node will be connected at the end of the last node at the end of the linked list. So in this way, our new node will be inserted at the end of the linked list. Then we simply print the updated value. Over here I call this disk function, which I discussed in the previous video, and then I return the updated value of the head. So now if I run this program, you can see again this menu is there, and enter 3 to insert a new node at the end of the single linked list. So first of all, if I enter 2 just to check if there is any data in the linked list or not, then you can see list is, and there is nothing displayed, means our linked list is empty right now. So now if I enter 3 to insert a node at the end, so it is asking me to enter number to insert at the end. So if I enter say 44, so updated list is 44, so it is our first node also, right? So you can see that it has updated the value of 44, and it is our head is also updated. Now again if I select say 3 to, so again it is asking me to enter the number to insert at the end. So if I enter 55, so you can see new node is inserted at the end of the previous one. Again if I select 3, then again it is asking me to enter number to insert at the end. If I enter 66, so you can see updated list is 44, 55, 66. So previously it was 44, 55. So you can see this new node, new data, it is inserted after 55, means at the end of the linked list. So with this I end this video, and if you have any doubt, you can post it on the comment box, and do subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.